Hello everyone, welcome to the 4 Minute Show. I feel writing is a bridge between the writer's thought and the reader's heart. In this episode, Patrick Ferzly shows you how to become an excellent writer and how to deliver the right message to the right people in the right way. So please welcome him. Hi Patrick, welcome to the 4 Minute Show.
Hey Jay, how's it going?
Amazing man. I wanna ask
Great.
you, what inspired you to become a writer and how has been your journey in this field?
Okay, so it all started 2, 3 years ago. I was still a student in high school, and then I moved to university. I wanted to do engineering. So engineering is great, but you feel like you need something more than just an education. So for me, I felt it, and I was wondering what should I do? What is this? What it is the thing that I need in my life? So what I want to do is I went to the mall, the nearest mall, and I grabbed the first book that I saw. I didn't have a plan in my mind, so I grabbed the book. It was called Thinking Fast and Slow. It's about how the mind thinks and stuff. And I went back home. I didn't read it for like 2 months. And then I grabbed it again and started reading. And one book led to the other until I had all the self-development stuff. I changed my mindset, the way I see things, my perspective about everything around me. And for me, it was a lot of value inside of me. But it wasn't until quarantine, I had a session with one of my mentors, and he was challenging us to talk about what we know. And for me, it was self-development, you know? So I was talking about it on Instagram on my personal page, and I've got the support and everything. And after like a couple of months, I started writing. So at first, it was just video. I was making videos, and I was getting the support, but then I was like, wait, why can't I write my thoughts also, not just show them in video form? Yeah. And the first post got a lot of shares and saves, and I was like, this is it. I need to write more and more. So I'm grateful for it that I found out what I love. And after this moment, I did my personal page, which is thoughts.patrick. I'm sharing, it's more like a professional page, but I'm sharing all of my writings. So amazing. This is it basically.
Amazing, man, amazing. How did you overcome the most difficult time as a writer?
So the most difficult time for writers, and I've realized this as I've had a lot of conversations with the writers, is that we overthink our own writings. So we do write amazing things, and then we have it prepared as a post. And then we overthink, does it really mean anything to anyone? Should we really post it? Does it have any value? Why? Maybe because we think, I was thinking about it, maybe it's because every writer already knows this information. So for him, it's like just basic information. Once we share it with the world, for us, it's like normal, but for the people who are reading it, it's something that they are seeing for the first time. If you are sharing something you've read in a book and you've read it like 1,000 times, the person who's reading it on your feed is seeing it for the first time. So they're gonna be actually amazed by what you're writing. So for me is do not overthink it. Like last time I was overthinking my post and I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna post it, and had like 13 shares and a couple of saves, which is great for an account that is just starting.
Yeah.
Do not overthink your content. That's the first one, and I had to dive in deep in it. Now the second would be to just be you, be authentic, be real. Do not copy anyone. There's a lot of great writers on social media. You can learn from them, but if you copy them, you won't be original. You may on the short term win, but then at some point people will start seeing that it isn't the real you. So write in your own style, write your own thoughts, your own experiences. Even if you feel like your thoughts aren't really this powerful at first, but write them and they will get eventually better over time as you grow as a person. This is number two. Number three and four would be more related to social media, which is you gotta remember that when you are writing for people who don't like to spend a lot of time reading. Like some of them like and some of them don't. So what I do on my page, I have one post that is where I write a lot in a single carousel. There's many slides, I write a lot, as much as I want to deliver the whole idea. And then in some other posts, I write a quick idea for the people who don't like reading a lot, or for the people who just want to grasp a fast idea and then move on to something else. So this way there would be a balance on your profile. And talking about the profile and the feed, also it's really important to choose a personalized font and color for you, for your brand, because it would represent you, represent who you are as a personal brand, and you have to use it consistently. So for example, for me, I use the same font and the colors are white and red. You could check them over my
Yeah.
profile. They are the same color. It gives the personal brand appearance, and people will remember you when they see your post shared by someone else. They will know that this is your post because of your style. So that's basically it.
So what will you recommend to your younger self?
What would I tell? That's a great question. I would tell my younger self to believe in the thoughts that he, or if we're talking about someone else, he or she has, because this intuition, the thoughts that you have when you are younger, that maybe I should do this, maybe I should start painting or starting this business, these little thoughts inside of your, and voices inside of your heart and head, they are right. So listen to them and follow them because they will lead you to the place that you want in your future.
Amazing, man. Also, I want to ask if you are not a writer right now, like lockdown doesn't happen and all the stuff didn't happen
Yeah,
by
I
God
think about it
grace,
sometimes.
by God grace. So, in which field you think you will be?
That's a superb question. I think I would have maybe. I believe I would have gotten to a place where, okay, I am a writer, but it would have taken me much time. I believe what happened with the lockdown, staying at home, thinking with yourself, all this, getting more used to the social media and digital things like we're doing Zoom right now, it accelerated a lot our potential. So maybe someone would have been a businessman in 10 years. Now he's a businessman in like 4 or 5 years. He still has to do the work, but a lot of things happened during this lockdown. We're all focused on social media and we were connecting with a lot of people, which brought the potential inside of us. So yeah, that's it. I hope, yeah, even if there wasn't a lockdown, I would have been a writer.
Amazing, man. What would you like to tell the audience who is watching right now this?
Yeah, I was talking to you and I told you about someone who's called Stephen. That's something that I learned from him a couple of days ago and I want to share with the audience. Stephen is a writer. You can check him on Instagram. He has like 1 million followers. His username is Stephen Bartlett, like something like this at the end. So he was talking in his podcast and he was saying that when he started the first 800 posts, he is a writer, so he writes, took him, gave him 10K followers, the first 800 posts. And then the second 800 posts led him from 10K to 1 million followers. Which shows you the how amazing is the power of compounding and being consistent on your craft. If this man had stopped at 600, 700 posts, he would have never made it. He would have thought that I will never make it, or maybe I'm not really that interesting. But the power of compounding, the power of being persistent and consistent was the key to leading him to success. And I believe this applies for everything in life.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you for being on the 4 Minute Show.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for listening the 4 Minute Show. If you enjoyed this episode, support the podcast by sharing it with others on social media or leave a rating and a review. To catch all the latest from me, you can follow me on Instagram. My username is Jagandecha. Thank you. See you again next time.